Hi sir. So it's very hot here. Temperatures beyond 40 degrees Celsius, and I hope it will cool down now because it's getting stormy, you know. And the title of our week is Ascension burnout, and it's rather interesting because most of the people, in what case ever, have burnout syndromes now, you know. Even when I watch YouTube, people getting tired somehow of making wits. And we have a very interesting clouds here with holes in there, very interesting. And it's kind of strange, you know, after the 2012, I would not say failure, because 2012 is just, we interpreted it wrong, you know. It's just somehow this, perhaps the start of the change, and this change could need perhaps 1,000 years, who knows. But people were so fixed on that date because all the hopes lied on the date, because all were so exhausted by this morbid system, you know, this ill system in which we are, and with which we destroy this planet, with which we destroy Gaia, you know, that all the hopes lied on 2012, 21 and of December. And now many people lost all hope. Other people find new directions, or still are in this ascension process, you know. And when we go deeper, we really have to confess that many things are changing, and we really cannot say that the world of today is the same world that we faced 10 years back, you know. The world definitely changed, and people are more aware of lies, of corrupt systems, but also the old powers still rule this world, and they will fight until the last moment to rule further. And there is only radical changes could rescue this planet from mankind, you know. And as long politicians are stuck on this business system, on the system of money, nothing will change ever. And we have to face this. Where there's money, there is exploitation, there are wars, there is hunger, there is need, there is misery. You know, money, as long anything is based on money, or that someone want to be better as the next, want to have more as the next, as long as that is, nothing will change really. Even as long there is ownership. And you know, I know it sounds strange because it's so radical, but when we look at the old native groups, the peoples of native systems, they had no ownership on the land. It was a crazy idea from them, until the Europeans came to say, this is my country and all other beings have to go away from my country, because nobody owns any country, unlike he just took the country over from someone else without any right to do that, and especially any right to take over country from animals which are just murdered by people. You know, I can tell you there's actually in Canada there are mining companies, and there is a region where around 4,000 to 5,000 mountain goats live, white mountain goats, and they want to build a copper mine and open pit mining, and this will make those mountain goats without home forever. And the crazy thing is they got permission to do that. This is such a crazy thing, you know. The mining is too expensive, you know, because the break-even point is not good enough. And for the most copper miners, also with open pit mining, by taking down whole mountains, they just destroy the environment. And in this special case, 5,000 mountain goats, which is the biggest amount of mountain goats on the whole planet, will lose their home for nothing. Just because some banksters and some CEOs will want to get millionaire, and the shareholders will get nothing, like always, because the break-even point is not good enough, you know. And you see this, but they got the permission. So in that case, I have no hope that there will change. There can be a change. What we need are radical changes, and we have to stand up and say goodbye to money, goodbye to ownership, and only when mankind as a whole is ready for this, any change could really happen on this planet, to go in a new way, to rescue this planet from being destroyed, to rescue Gaia. When we don't do that, then all species will disappear, one after another, on this planet, and no free living being will be left here, except mankind. But also mankind won't be free anymore because of this technical abuse which we have to face, and there will be a new mankind, not humans, but a blend between humans and technical optimized humans, you know. And natural humans will be humans of an old world, of an ancient world, you know, like second-class humans, you know. And this is what we have to face when we don't change this morbid system, this ill, sick system in which we are in. But I doubt that we can change, and that is why I said it's somehow Ascension burnout, you know. But even when some change, I don't know if we get the critical mass, excuse me, to skip the system. But on the other hand, there are all these religions, and I don't know how I can analyze them, because perhaps they're right. Because all these ancient religions say that this is clearly that there are such symptoms for the end time, you know, the final time we are in. And I really have to confess that I know in the New Age people say we serve a God, you know, but for this system, you know, we are in 3D because in this line of thought, we have chosen to be in 3D. And so nothing will change, because this is a place for 3D, this is a place for being an embodiment, to feel, to breathe, to can touch, to can taste, to smell, you know, to have all this joy or whatever of being a body, you know. But the system is at the end, you know. And so when we are not able, because we are in the line of that we have chosen it, and so we only can leave 3D when we die, you know, and so we ascend into another dimension, into the afterlife, you know, and then perhaps we can, when we reincarnate, we can go in 50 or 40. I know that many believe that we can take our body with us when we ascend now into 40 or 50. I really doubt. Because like I said, this is our chosen 3D reality. And, excuse me, we only can leave it dead. But there's also hope with the religions, and perhaps it's really the case that only Jesus could change this world. Perhaps it's also a phrase or a fairy tale, can be, but this fairy tale shows us that mankind will not change the world. It has to be an impact from the outside. It has to be someone from the outside who will end the system, because this system is made to go on and on and on until it will collapse, you know. And when I see mankind, and I know many are ascending, you know, many are ascending in heart, and many are awakening, but the critical mass will not be reached. When I look around here, and I live in a Western country, I see it's somehow strange to say, and they are perhaps like people here before 500 years. They are very egoistic, egocentric, and just keep the system running. And the system is to exploit, to first exploit nature, then exploit other people to get more rich. But this system is pre-2012 and is from the old world, which cannot be taken further, you know. It's impossible, otherwise this planet will die. And so Ascension burnout is not really the loss of hope in Ascension, but somehow the hope that again that perhaps the religions are right and this will end soon. And some things show up which can make this happen. You know, I've heard the magnetic North Pole shifted 160 miles this year, alone this year, and every day a mile, and that is just, it's shocking. But you can bet that the officials never would admit that and never would make this official or put this out in public, release it. But things changes here, and there were so many changes in the last year with acceleration, which always is somehow surprising, and so we have hope. But just, I believe that we will not see and really ascension with our bodies into another dimension. I guess we have to die, because this is the law of 3D, and to leave 3D need to be dying, you know. And afterwards all is open. And when we could ascend with our bodies, and this could happen, I am happily surprised, and this would be wonderful, and I hope this would happen soon, you know. But like I said, first, anything is possible. On the other hand, the system stuck still in these old railroads, you know. We will see. And it's lightning here. I like it. I love it. Namaste. Have a good week.